So moments ago, President Trump saying this about the outcome of the current talks with Iran.
How are the talks going with Iran? What's the problem?
No, I'm not. I'm not happy with the fact that they're not willing to give us what we have to have. So I'm not thrilled with that. We'll see what happens. We're talking later. We'll have some additional talks today. But no, I'm not happy with the way they're going.
So a lot of urgent movement on this story today. We had this that was announced this morning, that there would be a meeting between Vice President Vance and the Foreign Minister of Oman, who has been, yesterday he was in Geneva talking to Witkoff and Jared Kushner, and he's the intermediary between the Iranians and the U.S. So he flew to D.C. to meet with Vance today, the vice president. So there's just a lot of movement, a lot of discussion here. We also had a confirmation of the trip that's coming up, we're told, to Israel. Secretary of State Marco Rubio will be going there on Monday, we're told. So what does that mean? That Rubio is now on his way to Israel, and that won't happen until Monday. Is that true? Is there a different sequence of events? We don't know at this point. So the U.S., listen to this, also very interesting, has sent out evacuation notices for non-emergency personnel in Beirut and in the U.S.-Israel embassies. Ambassador Huckabee in Israel told his staff in an email, those wishing to leave should do so today, says the ambassador in Israel. Iranian activist Masih Alinejad, who knows all of this situation very, very well, joins me in a moment. First to Chief National Security Correspondent Jennifer Griffin in Washington as we try to read the tea leaves here of where all of this is heading. Hi, Jen.
Hi, Martha. Well, President Trump told reporters he has not yet made up his mind to use military force against Iran, but there are a lot of clues that suggest he has. Notably, when asked if the U.S. would strike, he touted past military actions which were swift, decisive, and led to no U.S. casualties. This time, however, may be different. In fact, the USS Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier strike group is in the eastern Mediterranean heading towards Israel as we speak. That is significant because it was the last piece of the puzzle needed to set the battle space for potential strikes on Iran. The Ford would likely be in play to protect Israel. For the first time ever, the U.S. has positioned a squadron of F-22 fighter jets at Ovda Air Base in southern Israel. Those F-22s can't remain on the ground for too long without having maintenance problems. The message today from U.S. Ambassador Mike Huckabee to non-essential embassy personnel and their families was blunt. Now is the time to leave while there are still commercial flights. A last-minute effort at diplomacy, as you mentioned. Oman's foreign minister, who oversaw the peace talks between Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, and Iran in Geneva yesterday, met today with Vice President J.D. Vance at the White House. Navy Admiral Brad Cooper, the CENTCOM commander, briefed President Trump in the White House yesterday on potential military options targeting Iran. The battle space, Martha, is essentially set. Now it is up to the president as to the scope and scale of the strikes. Martha.
Interesting. The meeting with Admiral Cooper, as part of that, he is an expert on Iran and on the layout in the Middle East. So clearly an important voice in all of this. Jennifer, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.